So again, one more time, verb to be in the past simple. It's going to be what? Was or were, as we said. I, she, it takes was, and the plural takes were. Okay. For the negative, wasn't or weren't, and for the question, we switch. For example, she was a teacher in the university. For the negative, she wasn't a teacher in the university. As a question, was she? We just switch. A teacher in the university. Yeah, she was, or no, she wasn't. If I want to ask WH question, for example, about in the university, it's a place, so where? And then the verb, where was she a teacher? Okay? Example using where, the students were smart. In the negative, the students weren't smart. As a yes or no question, were the students smart? Yeah, they were. No, they weren't. So verb to be, it's the same like am, is, are, no changing. Okay? You can, as homework, you can answer this using was or were in these sentences. Of course, if there is here like this sign, a dash, okay, you are going to use the negative in these sentences. And don't forget to practice on ego. Okay, don't practice on ego for you. Okay, it has a lot of questions and a lot of exercises. As homework for the translation part, you can have this as a translation. And there's a new homework on the story, Parable of the Pencil. It's page 9. I want you to read the story, and from the story, I want you to get this word, the opposite of forget, encourage, important, achieve, and tasks. Okay? Okay, no. For the business, we are going to take the business online. Okay. There's another homework I want you to do. All of this is just a practice on the past simple, no more. Okay, I want you to practice well because it's one of the easiest and you can use it a lot when you speak, as we said. Tell us about what you did yesterday in a short paragraph. I want you to write a short paragraph about what you did yesterday, of course using the verbs, okay, in the past, from page 37 to page 42 in the worksheet. Okay, and of course you study the irregular verbs. Okay, and tell us about a story you read. Okay, tell us about a story you read, any story, a short story for sure. I don't want a very big story or a long story. If you don't have stories or if you didn't read any that you would like to speak about, there is a very nice website you can use, two websites actually you can use. They can help you a lot. So I'm gonna show you the two websites. It's about stories. Okay, this is the first one, simple short stories. You can find here a lot of stories, animal stories, fairy tales, moral stories, humorous ones, English stories, Roman, a lot of story, classic fables. Okay, so animal, for example, animal stories. Okay, when you open one of them or you click on one of the links, you are going to find inside it a lot of different stories, sub-stories. So for example, 4 friends, elephant and friends, and so on. Okay, stories from around the world, methodological, mythological stories, moral stories. You can find a lot. Okay. Okay, so this is the first website. As you said, you can find a lot of stories. Any story of this, you can click on it, and inside this, you are going to find sub-stories. Again, one more time, you see sub-stories, 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 sub-stories. You can read as you like. Okay, it's divided into, as I told you, animal stories, humorous, funny. Okay, fables. Okay, classics, modern. So any type of stories. The other website is a really, really nice website as well. And this website has stories by tenses. Okay. Have these stories are just divided according to the tenses. For example, past simple. We have taken past simple. You are going to find past simple story number 1. Okay, the whole story. Okay, the whole story uses past simple and the questions in past simple and the exercises in past simple. This is story number 1. Story number 2. Story number 3. So do you see story number 2? Story number 3. Okay, and story number 4. So 4 stories for each tense. So for example, if you would like to practice on this, I want, for example, to see the whole story. So you open this like this, and I want to show you the cover. Okay, so let's open one of them. This is the story. Okay, it looks like this when you open it. It's a short story. You read it, and you see all the stories going to be past simple because I opened past simple story. So shopped, got, okay, walked, drove, looked, okay, wanted, found, wasn't, was. Okay, so all the verbs in this story are going to be in the past, and then he gives you questions about the story to answer in the past. Do you see now? And then he asks you to answer questions using the negative yes or no question, WH question. We don't want that question now. We didn't take it so far. Okay, so it's a really great practice for you. For example, I want to practice on the present. Do you remember present continuous or present progressive? You are going to find stories for the present progressive. Present simple, you are going to find for the present simple. So it's really a very nice website. I really like it a lot. It's very helpful. It's called what? It's called Really Learn. Okay, just a minute. I'm gonna move this for you so that you can see. That's it. Really Learn English. You see now the name? The first one name, I didn't say the name of the website. English for Students, short stories. Okay, both of them are nice websites, so you can practice. So tell us about a story, not from this website. I mean any story that you know, you can read, make a short story and tell us about it next time. If you don't know how to get a story, you can use these websites. They are going to be very helpful for you. Okay? Okay, very good. Now I want you to have a look at this. We had a great time. The weekend. Okay. It's unit 7. Okay, in our book, we had a great time. Okay, had. Okay, this is the past of have. Okay, so it's about past simple as well. The weekend. I want you to listen and then practice. We are going to listen for this. After we listen, you are going to tell me, listen to Kate talk about her activities on Sunday. You are going to answer these questions. Okay, so listen please and try to answer.
Unit 7. We had a great time. Page 40. Exercise 2. Conversation. The weekend. Part A. Listen and practice. So, what did you do this weekend, Kate?
Oh, Diane and I went for a drive in the country on Saturday.
That sounds nice. Where did you go?
We drove to the lake and had a picnic. We had a great time. How about you? Did you do anything special?
Not really. I just worked on my car all day.
That old thing? Why don't you just buy a new one?
But then, what would I do every weekend? Page 40, Exercise 2, Part B. Listen to Kate talk about her activities on Sunday. 1. What did she do? 2. Where did she go?
Did you do anything on Sunday, Chris?
No, I just stayed home all day. What about you, Kate? What did you do?
I met some friends.
Oh, where did you go?
We went to a great outdoor concert. Then we had dinner out and went dancing.
It sounds like you had a busy weekend.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Okay, so now after listening, After we listen to this, I want you to read it silently. Do you understand all the conversation? If you have a difficult word, you can ask. If you don't have, please don't forget to answer these questions as homework. Okay? Here, again, he revises back past simple. Did you stay home on Saturday? Yeah, I did. I watched the football game. No, I didn't. I invited friends out to dinner. Did you do anything special? Yeah, I did. I drove to the lake, for example. No, I didn't. I had to babysit. And regular and irregular. Of course, you are going to have the verbs, all of them. So now I want you to try to have a look at these questions and to try to answer them as homework as well. So for example, the first one, on Friday night. So I'm gonna say what this is a question, a yes or no question. So I'm gonna say, did you go out on Friday night? Okay, so the rest is going to be homework. Okay, now listen to John and Laura describe what they did last night. Check the correct information about each person. I want you to listen, and while you are listening, you are gonna tell me who had a boring time, John or Laura, or both of them, had a good time, met someone interesting, got home late. Okay, so listen please and try to get this answer.
Page 43, exercise 8. Page 42, exercise 7. Listening. Part A. Listen to John and Laura describe what they did last night. Check the correct information about each person.
So, what did you do last night, John?
I went to my boss's house for dinner.
Really? How was it?
Oh, the food was okay, but the people weren't very interesting. They talked about football all night, and I hate football. Then we watched some boring sports videos. I didn't get home until after midnight.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun. Gee, I had a great time last night. I went to a party and met an old school friend of mine. We haven't seen each other for years, so we had lots to talk about. We stayed at the party all night.
Sounds like you had a much better time than I did.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Page 42, exercise 7, part B. Listen to the
Okay, so you are going to complete this part and say which one did or got a home late and was fun for him or wasn't. Here he revises back was or were, the past is simple of verb to be. Were you away last week? Yeah, I was. Was your brother away? Were you and your sister away? And so on. So, as homework as well, how long your parents in Europe? So I'm gonna just think, this is which, yes, your parents is plural, so I'm gonna use was or were. Yes, were. Okay, very good. Thank you. Go on, you are going to complete the rest as homework. Okay. Another homework I want you to do, I want you to have a look at these questions and try to answer them remembering your last vacation. Even if it's not your last, any vacation that you had in your life. Where did you spend your last vacation? How long were you away? Were you with your family? What did you do? How was the weather, the food? Did you buy anything? Do you want to go there again? So you are going to answer about yourself only, okay? About any vacation that you had. Listen to Jason, Barbara talk about their vacations. So we are going to listen and complete this as well. So listen, please.
Page 43, exercise 9, grammar focus. Past tense. Page 44, exercise 11, listening. Listen to Jason and Barbara talk about their vacations. Complete the chart.
Jason, hi, welcome back. You were away last week, right?
Yeah, I was on vacation.
Where did you go?
I went to San Francisco.
Nice. How was it?
Oh, I loved it.
What did you like most about it?
Well, San Francisco is such a beautiful place. And the weather was actually pretty nice.
Well, that sounds more exciting than my last vacation.
What did you do, Barbara?
I just stayed home. I couldn't afford to take a trip anywhere.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, not really. I actually enjoyed my vacation. I went to the gym every day and I lost 3 pounds.
Well, that's great. Good for you.
Well, I think that's it. You listen to this part, try to complete it, okay? I think this is the end of our session today. Please try to do the homework, don't forget, okay? And if you have any question, we are going to answer this, inshallah, when we are online, okay? Thank you and see you guys. Bye.